According to research from Truity.com, there are certain careers that are much better suited for INFPs than others, as well as all the different personality types. So today we are going to talk about the best career matches for the INFP personality. Go ahead, like this video and subscribe for more, and let's go ahead and get right into it. So first of all, if you are an INFP, what are some of the characteristics that you should be looking for in a career so that it can be fulfilling and bring you joy in life? So with Truity.com, it mentioned that INFPs are more likely than many other personality types to pursue self-employment. And that's just a really interesting piece of information. And INFPs are also one of the least likely personalities to feel fulfilled and truly happy in their jobs. And in my opinion, that is because most jobs are structured in a certain way where people have to fit the mold of the job rather than the job fitting the person. So if an INFP can figure out a career that they can really truly thrive and bring out aspects of their personality and their strengths in the way that they aren't molding into the job, but the job is actually something that they are creating, they will have a much higher success and happiness rate in their career. So let's go ahead and talk about what things you should look for in a career. According to Truity.com, INFPs are really more focused on passion, inspiration, vision, and purpose rather than just the money. So if you're an INFP, you're probably not going to be really excited if somebody just tells you that you're going to be working 9 to 5 doing some boring job, but the pay is great. No, you want to feel like your heart is in it. You want to feel like you are doing something important for the world. You're inspiring others, or you're helping others, or you're helping make the world a better place. There's passion, there's purpose behind it. Now, the second thing that is important to INFPs in their career is a lot of times they prefer autonomy. They prefer freedom in their work. So they don't want a rigid structure of I have to work this time to this time and I have to do these things at a certain time. No. INFPs like to have their freedom when it comes to work. So, they want to have the ability to work on a project on their own timeline, and they don't like a rigid structure of being forced to do things a certain way or a certain time. The next characteristic of a career that the INFP would more likely enjoy is something with equality rather than hierarchy. So INFPs prefer to either work alone or in teams where everyone is equal, everyone is sharing different things, everyone has their own role, but none of the roles are anyone above the other, okay? So there's no hierarchy, there's no certain person bossing everyone else around. Everyone is supposed to be working together to make things happen in order for the INFP to enjoy the work environment if they're working with other people. However, they are also really great at working alone. And that's partly because they are introverts. That's not a problem at all, working alone. Also, it gives them the ability to really focus on their vision and focus on what they want, because as visionaries and idealists, that goes into their career and their work as well. They have a way that they want things done, and it's hard sometimes for them to let go and trust that other people are going to fulfill their vision for them. So a lot of times it's easier if they just do it themselves. Now, what is the third characteristic of a career that the INFP would enjoy? And that is actually when there is a complex issue or something that requires creative thinking and creative brainstorming and problem solving in order to fulfill or complete it, okay? So basic boring things, basic boring jobs, putting a peg here to there, etc., that is not going to stimulate the INFP at all. They want something complex, they want something that makes their mind work, they want something that they really have to wrap their mind around, use their skills, use their vision, and accomplish great things with in a creative way, okay? So you want something that's going to stimulate you and your mind. Now, what's the next thing that you should look for if you're an INFP? And that is something creative, okay? So a lot of times INFPs go for the creative jobs, the creative careers that allow them to express themselves, to be artistic, and to share their passions with the world. And that is something that pretty much every INFP can relate to, because we are inherently creative beings. We want something that we can share our passions and our creativity through. Like, that's inherent within the INFP. And then what's the last thing that the INFP should look for in a career? And that is something that helps others, okay? So using our emotional awareness and our emotional and the emotional function of our personality, it's really easy for us to connect with others emotionally, and we can thrive in these jobs and the careers where emotions, empathy, compassion, etc. are on the forefront. So now let's go ahead and talk about some actual examples, and this has been researched by Truity.com, so I'm just gonna go ahead and list off a couple of examples. So let's start off with the creative field. We have artist, we have author, we have potter, sculptor, fine artist, painter, musician, singer. All of those creative fields the INFP can thrive. Poets, muralists, everything that you can imagine within the arts, I would suggest looking into that. And of course, if we're going to get a little bit more technical, you can also go with editor, you can go with graphic design, fashion designer, photographer. You can get into your communications, you could be a translator. You have community work and social services, so we've got counseling, mental health counseling, psychologist, etc. You can be a coach, you can be a teacher, you can be a social service worker of a variety of things, fundraiser, etc. And all of these are going to be helping people, and that is something that you are naturally, inherently predisposed to being good at. We also have science and healthcare categories that INFPs can thrive in as well, because they have creativity, they're open-minded, they are, interesting, stimulating. So you have nutritionist, chiropractor, you can be an anthropologist, a geologist, a massage therapist, etc. Going on to the education field, a lot of INFPs pursue careers as a teacher or a college professor or even a librarian. So you have tons of different options. You can also work on your own business, because that is one way that you can really, really pursue exactly what your vision is, and it's limitless, okay? So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. There are other careers as well, and you can think outside the box. You can make up your own job. You can do what you love. Just make sure that you have that passion and you're able to use your vision, and you can use your inherent personality strengths. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Feel free to comment below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Remember, you are so powerful. Bye guys!